Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video we are going to be sharing first 25 things to do on your Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. This is a very expensive smartphone and I want to show you guys some crucial settings to set up so you can maximize your ownership of this smartphone. These settings are going to optimize your phone for your personal use. Let's dive in and get started right away. If you decide to buy the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, the links to buy it at the lowest pricing and best incentives is going to be down below. Alright, so the very first thing that you want to do is you want to customize your phone and make it yours. So go to the settings right over here, okay, and then scroll all the way down and go to About Phone. Once you are in the About Phone menu, all you want to do is you want to tap on Rename. When you tap on Rename, it is going to ask you to name that phone. So I just typed in Fold 6 Saki. I'm going to tap on Done, and that is going to be the new name of this phone. So when I try to connect to other devices, or when other devices try to connect to this device, that is the name that is going to be broadcasted. Now, one more thing I want to show you guys that has to do with customization is on the top right here, you can see I can see my photo. So if you log in with your Samsung account to your phone, which most people do, you can tap over here and then tap over here and add a photo, either from the gallery, from the AR emoji section, or you can take a new photo with the camera. So that just adds another layer of customization where you can see your photo right here. Alright, the next thing that you want to do real quick is to make sure that your brand new device has a healthy battery. That's going to be very important. Otherwise, you want to return that phone. So let me show you how to check that. So go to your app drawer and search for the Samsung Members application. Everybody has this. Tap on it. And then once you are in the Samsung Members application, I want you guys to go to Support at the bottom and tap on Phone Diagnostics. Once you are there, tap on the battery status. And what you want to see is you want to see normal battery, and the life should say good, and the capacity should say 4,400 milliamp hours. So you can also tap on Test again to rerun the check, and you are going to be good to go. And if you feel like it, you can go back here and you can basically check every aspect of your phone to make sure everything is in working order. Again, if you get any problems with any of these things, you can return that phone before the return window runs out. Now here's an important security feature you want to enable. Go to your settings and then scroll down and go over to the device care, which is going to be right here. This phone is an unlocked model. You get access to the built-in virus and malware protection, which is under device care app protection. So what you want to do is you want to turn this on. So when you turn this on, it basically is going to be scanning your phone periodically to make sure it is not infected. It's going to say never scan, so you can tap on scan. It's going to start to run an actual scan, and it's going to deliver results stating that it was clean, or if there was a problem, it will tell you it found the problem and fixed the problem. So you can see it is going through every single application on your phone, and at the end we're going to get a result. It says no threats detected, which is what you want to see. The last scan will get an update. It says 11:20 p.m. Now the next thing has to do with your navigation bar. Take a look at these apps at the bottom. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 applications. Now when I go outside of the home screen anywhere, if I go to the settings for example, those same applications reflect right here. Those are the 6 apps right here. Phone, camera, you can see phone, camera. So you can edit your taskbar so you have access to all your important apps all the time. As an example, I'm going to grab one more application from here. Let's say YouTube. And I am going to bring it outside. And I'm going to put it right here. Now I have 7 applications at the taskbar. I can add more. I can grab the email application. That's the Gmail. And I can put it right here. So I can customize my taskbar. And the good news is when I exit the home screen, those apps are going to appear at the bottom right here. You have a limitation, but you can add, I think, up to 10 or 12 applications to the taskbar right here. So now, even if I'm in another application, I can quickly access an important app just by tapping on it. It pops right up. There are some other benefits. So for example, if I do have an application like this, I can also drag and drop another application from the taskbar to start multitasking. So you want to make sure you customize that taskbar with the apps that you want at the bottom. Now, you can also go to the settings, go to display, and scroll down a little bit, and you can actually enable or disable the taskbar. That's going to be up to you, okay? Some people like it, some people don't. And if you go in the menu, you are able to also disable these two options. These are the recent two apps that were used. So I can turn that off, and you can see the taskbar expands a little bit more, easier to see your main apps. Or I can tap it again, and I can have up to 2 recent apps, or I can have up to 4 recent apps. So this is going to change dynamically, and this side is going to remain fixed based on your modification. You can see there's a little line that separates them both. So let me just turn that off so you can see it this way. So that's great. And also I want to let you know, when you are in the taskbar mode, you can tap on this button here, and that is going to bring all your other apps. So you can access any application from the taskbar from your app drawer, and I can grab any one of these applications and I can have it right here, here, or here to start multitasking if I want to, okay? Very important to set these things up so they are there for you as you use your phone on a daily basis. One more thing you can see is this here is the navigation bar. So this is the taskbar up until here, and this is the navigation bar. I have 3 buttons. I can go home, tap on recents, or I can tap on back to go back, okay? Now some people like gestures. So what you can do is you can go to display, you can scroll down, you can set your navigation bar to gestures. Now look at this. I don't have those buttons anymore, but I can do swipe up, okay? Or I can do this, and I can go back inside. If I want to go back, let's go inside something here. Let's go here and here. If I want to go back, I just swipe back, okay? So those are the swipe gestures versus buttons. Believe it or not, on the foldables, I prefer the buttons. So I'm going to keep them right there with my taskbar. One more thing I want to show you guys real quick about multitasking is, so let's say I want to create multitasking. I can do this, okay? There is a button in the middle that allows you to switch them, or I mean swap them, and then we also have the option to change the orientation, and even I can introduce a third application. So you can do up to 3-way multitasking, and you can resize everything based on your needs, and you can also switch sides based on your needs. This will help you maximize productivity in certain applications by using all the real estate available. By the way, I just went home. If I were to tap Recents button, I can re-access those 3 pairs that I created. So you can have additional multitasking pairs just like this one. Again, if I go home, I can re-access that. I can do something over here, then I can go back to my 3-way multitasking. So limitless way to set up your workspace. Now one thing a lot of people don't understand is with Samsung foldables, there's an amazing option. You have this inner display and then you have the outer display. The good news is you can have separate wallpapers and separate apps on the inside display and a separate wallpaper and a separate app sequence on the outer display. So look, I'm going to pinch the screen, tap on wallpaper, and I can go to change wallpapers. And I'm just going to show you this as a feature if you're not aware. You can create AI-based wallpapers. Okay, so I can actually pick something like this, painting. I can pick something like a cave, and then I can say, in the cave, I want a spaceship, and I can say, make it look like an expressionist art style. And then I can tap on generate, and that's going to generate a wallpaper completely out of thin air based on my input that is at the bottom right here. So that's the wallpaper, okay? So let's say I can select any one of these options here. So let's say I select this wallpaper to the home screen, okay? Tap on done. So I have that wallpaper on my inner larger screen, and I have apps over here that I can move around as I please, okay? As an example, I'm going to move these 2 to the top for now. Now, when I go to the outer display, let me just fold this shut. You can see I actually have a completely different setup right here, okay? That is a very important part of this foldable smartphone. This outer display is for quick tasks. It can do everything you want it to do. Most people will be using this to do quick things. Make a phone call, send a text message, and then you'll open up the phone to access the larger display to do bigger things. So when I change the wallpaper here, let me just show that. Let me show that to you real quick so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here I'm going to tap on the dinosaur wallpaper, and I am going to tap generate. Notice that when I generated that wallpaper, it made it for the inner display. So the dinosaur does not fit here. So I'm going to regenerate this. It just shows you how intelligent the phone is. Even when you are generating wallpapers, it knows if it's for the inner or the outer display. So now let me just increase the brightness here so we can see this better. So now look at this. The dinosaur is actually visible. So when I tap on set, I'm done. I'm going to go home. That's the wallpaper on the outside with these applications, and I can move these around no problem. But when I unfold it, I have the other wallpaper with my other application. So you are looking at two different worlds. Set it up the way you want it. Absolutely brilliant. Now the next thing that you want to do is you want to go to your settings. Now this is a powerful multimedia device. It's got great speakers and of course a great display. So you want to get the best out of it, okay? So what you want to do is you want to go to advanced features, and this is going to be for watching movies or videos on any app that you download to your Z Fold 6. You go down and you go to video brightness, and basically you can switch between normal to bright. And what bright is going to do is it's going to boost the screen brightness to make colors more vibrant when you watch videos. You can see right here as you download more apps like Netflix, HBO, they'll show up right here, and you can enable or disable the bright mode for those applications. Try it out. It looks amazing when the colors get boosted. So that's an option you have. So you can play with that and customize it based on application. The next thing you want to do is you want to modify your audio experience. So go up here in the settings and go to sounds and vibration, go down and tap on quality and effects, and then tap on allow if you see that, and make sure you enable Dolby Atmos. Okay, once you enable Dolby Atmos, you can have it auto, or you can choose movie, music, voice based on what you're doing. I just keep it at auto, and basically this is going to give you that surround sound like experience right on your smartphone. It's going to be richer and it is going to be louder, and also you can do things like boosting dialogue. If you have trouble concentrating on the dialogue, you can boost dialogue. And you can also go to Equalizer if you're listening to music. Select from these pre-selected options like smooth, or you can do your custom equalizer settings. As you can see, if you're an expert in that area, you can get this done as well. So fantastic. The next thing I want to talk about is the display. Now this is going to be for when you are looking at your phone at nighttime. Make sure you enable the eye comfort shield. That is going to reduce the blue light, and it's going to be easy on the eyes. You can even go inside and you can customize it. Okay, you can customize the color temperature. As you can see, this is going to be less brutal on your eyes, but it's going to be too yellowish, so you can change it. You can set a schedule, anything you want to do. You can even do enhanced comfort for maximum comfort for viewing at night. These are very important settings. They even help you sleep better if you use your phone at nighttime. Okay, now I'm going to disable that for the video. I'm going to go back. And I also want you guys to know, when you have your phone outside, and if you have trouble seeing your phone under sunlight, you can always come here and give your phone an extra boost in brightness. So look at this. If I go all the way up here, let me just maximize the brightness. And if that's not enough, I can tap on this and get that extra boost under direct sunlight. Also, if you have adaptive under direct sunlight, that is going to give you the similar boost to see everything properly, but it's going to do it automatically. Okay, just a few things to keep in mind with this phone. And of course, you can choose between a vivid or a natural toned screen mode. These are things you want to tweak from the beginning so your eyes are always comfortable. This, for example, is going to be stronger on the eyes. Natural is going to be a little bit lighter on the eyes. But if you do like vivid, you can also go to advanced settings and you can make all these modifications for the best viewing for your eyes. Now the next feature has to do with your battery settings. So I'm going to go down a little bit. Here's the battery. Now make sure, if you know you're going to keep this phone for a long time, enable the battery protection. Now I like to keep it in adaptive personally, but you can have it at basic. Now personally, I like to keep this at adaptive, okay, but you can have it at maximum or basic. Basically, if you have it at maximum, your phone will never charge past 80%. And believe it or not, that increases the battery lifespan of your phone. Basically, when your phone charges to 100%, it will stop charging and it'll let the battery drop to 95% before restarting the charge. That also saves the battery. And of course, the best mode would be the adaptive mode, where it switches between basic and maximum based on your sleep and wake cycle. So I keep it at right here, but again, if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. You can disable it. I recommend you enable it to maximize that battery. All right, next up, I want to talk about some customization. So first, I'm going to show you guys some lock screen customization, which is very important. There are some crazy features there. So let me go to the lock screen. And if you tap on the clock, it expands and gives you access to a bunch of widgets. You can have a music player, alarms, routines, and even a built-in voice recorder. If I tap on this, it will start to record. Okay, let me go back here, tap on this one, and you can see it is actually recording right now. So you can record conversations quickly without logging in. All right, so I'm going to stop it for now. Let me just go inside. I'm going to show you first how to customize the lock screen. By the way, you can access the recordings from the voice recorder right here. They get saved inside your voice recorder. That's the one I just did. Okay, so let me just go out here. We don't need that right now. I'm going to go to my settings, scroll down, and go to lock screen and AOD. And then in the lock screen, tap on widgets. And basically, these are the widgets that are currently active under that clock. Voice recorder, routines, next alarm, music. So let me add weather, today's schedule, and also I can tap on reorder, and let me put the voice recorder to the top. Okay, now when I go back out to the lock screen, look at this. If I tap this guy, got my voice recorder, music player, weather, calendar, and all the stuff. Again, all this is in fact customizable. All right, so make sure to customize that useful information. Now, if I were to go back into the lock screen and AOD, I can also activate features like touch and hold to edit. So look at this. If I go to the lock screen, I can touch and hold to edit the lock screen. You do have to put the password in. And look at this. I can change the clock. I can pick different clock styles, as you can see. I can change the size of the clock. And I can change the color of the clock from these presets right here. Even set colors if I want. Let's tap on done. So that will be up to you. I can change the actual style of the iconography, so that is great. I can change the wallpapers from here, okay, so that is great. And I can change these shortcuts. So here is the phone shortcut. I can change that to calculator. And here's the camera shortcut. We can keep it like that. Or you can do flashlight. It's going to be up to you. And I can even add a little signature right here. So sakitech, done. Now when I tap on done, everything on the lock screen has changed. So I have the calculator that I can access by swiping in, and I have the flashlight. That's going to turn on the flashlight or turn it off. It says sakitech at the bottom, and I got my clock, okay? So all these things are in fact customizable. By the way, you can double tap to make the phone sleep, double tap to wake it up. So that's an easy way to turn it on and off without having to press the button. Another great feature is this is a very large screen. So if you wanted to edit this screen, you don't want to just grab one app and move it around one at a time. What you can do is you can do batch actions. So press and hold, select, and I can select multiple apps at the same time, and then I can move them around, as you can see, as a batch. All right, so press and hold, select all these guys, I can remove them, uninstall them from the top. We have a menu, but I'm going to grab them. I'm going to put them right here. Okay, so very easy to customize the screen and move things around. And also, one of my favorite things to do is I pinch the screen and I create an empty home screen. You have to tap on plus. You create the empty home screen and you tap on the home button, and now this will be my default home screen, so I can enjoy a gorgeous wallpaper. And if I need to access my apps, boom, right over here or up here. But when I tap on the home button or when I unlock the phone, it will default to this page showcasing a gorgeous wallpaper. And if I go to my wallpaper and style, you can also change your wallpapers from here. That's the lock screen, that's the home screen. But look at this, we have this color palette option right here. And right now, if I pull down my notifications panel, you can see we have a standard color palette right here. We're gonna make this look better. So you go over here and activate color palette, and then you pick up a color, okay? You can pick colors based on your existing wallpaper, basic colors, or you can even go here and choose any color that you want like this, okay? The good news is when you change the color palette, let's just do this one and tap on apply, look at what happens. Now, when I pull this down, I'm gonna have green toggles. When I go to my phone application, it's gonna have a green theme, as you can see. That's gonna be a green button, all right? So let me show that to you. If I go in here, let's change it to orange. Look at this, that's done. Now we have orange toggles, and in the clock, in the phone, I'm gonna have orange. And this is gonna apply across the board. Even when I go to my settings, you can see we have orange toggles. So that's a nice way to customize your phone a little bit. Now the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 also has some exclusive features only available on the Z Fold 6, and these are AI features. One of them has to do with the S Pen. Let me show you what it is. You're gonna love this one. So bring your S Pen to the screen and click the S Pen button. That's gonna bring up the Air command menu. And the first time you launch it, you're gonna see the sketch to image functionality right over here. So you click the sketch to image functionality, and basically it wants you to draw anything that you want. So I am going to draw something very simple. Let's just go for a house. So I'm going to just scribble here. Here's a house, door, and I'm going to put a window. And now I'm going to tap on generate. Okay, and let's see what happens. This feature basically turns your doodles into enhanced art. Okay, so in this case, you can see I have several options, and all of these look like an actual house based on my rough sketch. Now if I go back here, I can also do things like 3D cartoon, and I can regenerate, and you can see what I can get with that. There we go. That is the 3D art, okay? And by the way, any one of these can be saved. You can tap on this button and it gets saved to your gallery, and you can use it for anything that you want, okay? Now this is a very simple example. So you guys can grab your S Pen or even your finger and you can start to draw, okay? And see what kind of art can you come up with. Now, another related feature is if you go to your Samsung Notes application, this is the note-taking application, and if I start a new note, okay, as usual, I can pick up a pen, no problem. So let's just pick a pen, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing right here. I'm going to draw a house, okay? I'm going to draw a house, all right? And put a window, and you know what? I'll put a car right here, a little car. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to access my intelligence feature, and I can actually do sketch to image right here. And if I tap on it, it is going to ask me to trace around the drawing you want to transform. So I'll trace around that. Let's see, right here, okay? And look at that. It's going to select that, and I can, let's just say, 3D cartoon, and I'm going to tap on generate, and let's see what happens. So look at that, it's doing the same thing within my notes application. I can select from various options, as you can see. This is insane, okay? And then I can add to note, and the whole point is, if I scroll down, it should be right here. The whole point is I can now take notes around this. So I can sketch things, and I can just make my notes better. So that's the sketch to image built into the notes application. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.